seconds.
I will.
If you're on Jane, okay, Jane, it's on you, Jane.
Yeah. Just two things. One, I wanted to thank you guys for voicing your uh, uh, opposition to rape. Not that you don't already feel it inside, but the fact that you're voicing it and making it basically saying, no, this is not okay, fuck rapists. And it's really supporting women overall by voicing it and not just silently knowing it and thinking about it and talking about it with close people, but publicly denouncing it, I think, is really, really important. So I wanted to thank you for that too. um, and please keep doing it. And spreading it, so that other men will as well. I think that's so important. And two, when somebody asked earlier, why hasn't any woman ever reported him? Is he trolling? One, he's not trolling because he said it in so many different formats, in so many different interviews. It's not like he said it once as a joke. Would have been a dumb joke, but it's not like he said it once. He says it over and over again. The reason women don't come forward and report in general, in the vast majority of cases, it's very rare and courageous when a woman does report. But the reason women don't is because of many reasons. Afraid of the man hurting her, afraid of the man killing her, which happens, afraid of shame, afraid of public calling her a liar and basically putting her on trial. There's a lot of reasons women don't report. And if he was a former Crip, I think I read that somewhere, hell no, a woman's not going to report. You know what's going to happen to her? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's why women don't report. However, by men like you standing up and speaking out and denouncing it publicly, strongly, like you're doing, it will allow more women to feel comfortable coming forward. And I really think it'll put a dent in men thinking that this is okay. So, thank you again. That's all.
If I could say something, I don't think we should just generalize it to women either, right? And here's why: because men don't have a platform to speak out against their abusers either. We could go back to Hassan Campbell, right? They don't have the platform. And then what happened with African Bambaataa? He just slipped on away, right? Um, and he gets sheltered by the same people that say that they against these things. So I think there should be just standing up against that type of violations, period, for men and women, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely um, creating a forum where people are able to express themselves, because the trauma is what's going to keep holding us back as a people, not being able to move forward. And healing has to happen. But when you got people like him that trigger all sorts of abuses that people have endured, it's kind of hard to walk with your head up. You know what I'm saying? Because that it starts to play different things in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So just for general purposes, I think that abuse is abuse, period, whether it's male or female. Um, so men need to be included as well.
Oh, yeah,
So
And
definitely.
he
And this is
said,
there
and
goes his
he said
profile up
when
top.
they were
Hold on,
little,
real
they would
quick.
rape on little baby, little white girls and boys. He said boys too. I don't know
Okay,
if
real
anybody
quick.
caught that.
No,
Okay.
no, we did catch that. We did catch that. He said they used to fuck. Yeah, yeah, I heard what he said. There
The
goes his
dude's
profile
sick.
right there. I need y'all to click that where it says Charleston White. That link. It says go to link, hit those three dots, and hit block. That's a start. He get enough blocks. He get an exclamation point like my shit got an exclamation point on it. It'll help build up what will be presented to Clubhouse so this dude can get off the app. So I did pin his thing up there. So everyone that's listening, I have women in my back channel that disagree with the women on stage, saying if he really did that, do y'all think he would be walking around freely? Come on, like what the fuck you mean? Yeah, he said it. He said it. I don't give a fuck if he gave us the date time. He said it. We not playing with no one even saying it. That's like saying if someone said that they want to rape kids. Oh, do you really think he would did it if he said it? I don't give a fuck about none of that. He said it so he gets blocked. He said it so we cancel his ass. I can't believe that there's women in my back channel that are actually trying to defend this dude. They must know him personally,
A
because
lot
I
of
can't
them
understand that.
A lot of them women have been abused themselves, and they think because they handled it the way they handled it, everybody else
Mm-hmm.
should too. And they take
Damn.
on, it's like the spirit of precious mother. My man was supposed to love me, right? So that's what it's like. So psychologically it affects people in different ways, but those same women are victims themselves or they're abusers. Women abuse people too.
Yep.
Women are molesters and violators also.
Agreed, Phoenix.
Hello? Can I say something for a second?
Go.
Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead.
my name is Tony Brown. I actually protect women. Here we do human trafficking prevention here in North Carolina, and you'd be surprised how many women are head of this human trafficking. It's crazy to me, and it's a lot of mothers that are against, that really don't like their daughters and things like that we go through, and it's swept under the rug. So you're right, it is a lot of women that's in charge of this stuff too.
That's messed up. And the
They're
crazy part
generally
is
the
my mom used to tell me
facilitators
that.
that lure people in.
Hey, no, crazy shit. My mom used to tell me that. She was like, when you walk home from school, Reek, she said, don't let no men or women pull up on you and offer you no ride or any help with anything. And I was like, women, because on TV in the '90s, I only seen men kidnappers and child molesters. But my mom told me, she said, no, there's some bad women out there too. And I grasped that concept as a young child that women also, pray and assist with praying on people as well. So, sister, you bring a powerful point up. Definitely.
But why are why are these sisters okay with him saying it, whether if it's an act that he committed or not? Why are you okay with this dude spewing this type of rhetoric? And like I said, could be possibly getting into the minds of some other unstable youngins or adult men that don't realize he bullshitting or so quote unquote trolling. I don't understand how they okay with that. I don't understand that they trying to focus on the act itself, whether or not he did it or not. Like that shit is irrelevant.
A lot of those women, I call them, for lack of better words, pick me bitches. Pick me. I'll agree with anything. Pick me. I'll sell my daughter for 50 shekels.
Why
Pick
you
me.
call them pygmies? Why you call them pygmies, Phoenix? Why you call them pygmies? I
They
don't like
want to
that.
be selected. They want to be selected. Pick me. Pick
They say
So
pick
so
me.
space me.
so you got a
Pick
problem with women
Misha.
having respect. You got a problem with women having respect for men? Well, what's up with that?
What are you
Wait,
women
hold
Women
that'll
need
on,
to stay
sell
in
their
their
bullets. Hold
place.
on,
hold
bullets.
on, let me
I
let me
don't.
let me set you straight, honey, because I don't think you understand.
You
Okay?
know me, Phoenix. You know who I
Pick
am.
me. I no, I don't know who you are. I'm not
It,
even looking at
I've
the
been
phone.
to that
Let
channel
me pick
before.
my shit up. I got you
Exactly who this
on
is.
my Bluetooth. Hold on. You don't know
Bullets.
me if
Who you are
you
is
don't
irrelevant.
know me like that.
Hold
And you're
on, hold
not
on,
gonna
hold
flip
on,
this,
y'all. Let
okay?
let let them two build. Phoenix can speak for herself. Let them
I've
build.
been to
Long as
Phoenix
he's not being
channel.
disrespectful, and as long as it's a dialogue, he can inquire about what she means, and she can explain it adequately.
I
Yeah,
said pick
thanks,
me.
Reek.
Women that will turn a blind eye, the women that's in the inbox questioning why somebody can speak up about victimhood and what happened to them. Yes, pick me women. Women that'll sell their daughters because they want the affection of a man. Pick me. I'll do anything. No standards, low standards. Those women.
I think those women know how to be submissive. That's the problem.
Oh, here we go. We're not gonna do this,
Uh
sir.
oh.
You
We're not gonna
know,
you starting to sound wavy,
Unbelievable.
baby.
I
Slow it
you
down,
know.
honey.
hold on,
You're like
bullets.
that
Um,
CNN producer, Bullets.
Who? What you said, Jane? What you said, Jane?
The CNN producer that just got
I just
arrested
got
for
busted.
raping little girls to make them submissive and their parents went along with it. You
I
sound
mean,
like him right now.
no, I don't
yep.
say that. I wouldn't say that. I'm not for none of that. But what I will say with Charleston White, you know, at the end of the day, what he said was egregious. I said that the other day on somebody else's platform. You know, I think what he said with the rape comments is egregious. But when he be talking that real shit, that revolutionary shit, I gotta agree with him on that. Now I don't agree with the rape shit. That's foul. because
No, but
that's a
bullets,
What do
bullets,
you
public.
bullets,
agree with
bullets,
him about?
bullets, bullets, bullets. We agree that gangs and stuff is problematic. We agree on his
Yeah,
stance on that. But now that he said this, we have to cancel all of that other stuff. Once you rape a person, once you molest a child, I don't give a fuck about how many orphanages you've built. Once you hurt one of them children in the church or children in the organization, all that good shit you've done goes out the window. Would you agree?
yeah. I mean, yeah, I do agree.
Like,
I
is there
do
is
agree.
there anything lower than rape, child molestation, or murder?
Yeah, that I think none of those dudes should have any type of voice to speak. You know,
Okay,
but
okay, because I
listen,
want people
but
to be clear on what you're saying, because I think we all know the stuff that he has said that people have found entertaining and agree with, but we're not here to give him his flowers and bring out the stuff that he said or did good. That's not what we're here for today, Gotti. We're here to basically stay focused on what he did say. And when he put his foot in his mouth, he got to eat that big toe and the bunions and corns attached to it.
I think he knew. Listen, you know something, Reek? You know he had lost his channel right on YouTube, right? A couple months. I think it was a couple months ago, maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago, and he lost it for saying something about Asian people. You know, he just now got a new channel, but he had lost his channel and he just had came on YouTube from Instagram, you know. And when I tell you the man got a following, the man got a following, you know. It's just like with Kanye West. People don't like what Kanye say. They said let's cancel Kanye. You know Merlin Manson, whoever. They want to cancel these people, but you know these people don't give a fuck about a cancel culture. You know because it's like they not there for the bag. A lot of times they just there to speak they what's on their mind. You know, and Charleston White is the total definition of a man that don't give a fuck about cancel culture. You know, he done made his money and he feel like, you know, he got a big support base. You know, he got a hell of
Fuck
it.
that nigga.
Kanye never promoted rape.
You know, I'm not saying he
If you
did,
for
but
Charleston White, that's all
I'm not
bad.
I'm not for no man, you know, but I listen to what, you know, a man say on a platform and what I agree with and I disagree with a lot he say. I don't agree with everything Charleston White say, but when he start, like Rick said, he start talking about them gangs and he start talking about, you know, street culture is not black culture. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. You know, I gotta agree with certain shit he's saying when it comes to the you know, when black people going through what they going through. But I don't agree with the rape shit. Nah, I don't. I definitely don't. You know what I'm saying? But you know, listen, man. We gotta if we gonna cancel Charleston White, then we gotta cancel Eminem. Cause I heard him say a whole lot of shit about
I
raping women.
know bullets, but I don't think you're understanding that right now. The men that don't agree with his views on rape are here to defend the women and protect the women and the children and even the men that are being abused. So we're not talking about the rappers right now. We're not talking about that. I think that when we get to that, we'll get to that and we'll line them up accordingly. But I think that right now he's the topic and he's the situation, and the women were just expressing their testimonies and what they've been through and what they believe and what hurts, and for a man to be okay with rape and to be blasting it out there, that hurts. So I think that that's what we're talking about. We're not saying that, oh, we let's talk about the rappers. We're not saying that right now. This is what we're talking about right now.
And
Oh,
Bullets, you came in the room talking about women need to be submissive. So come on now.
well, I
Like
mean, she
it
said pick
already
niches.
already being offensive, like on the
No, 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 no,
introduction
she
of the
ain't.
shit.
Yes.
But she said pick niches, and I think that's
I
very
did not say
offensive.
pick Mishas. I said
You
pick
call them
me.
you
I
pick me,
spelled it out.
or somebody said pick niches. I heard the pick niches, and
That
and the
was
pick.
me. That
Okay,
was Annie.
and that word is very offensive. You know, I'm a supporter of the Black Manosphere space. You know, I support the men going their own way in red pill. So at the end of the day, I think everybody should respect each other and have a respect balance, men and women. You know what I'm saying? If
Not
people
if
start
somebody
moving,
has to be submissive, right? Unless
well, I
one
mean
has
that's
to
a
be
social law.
submissive
That's
so
a
one can
social law. That's a
dominate.
no, no, no,
This
Phoenix.
is
That's a
not the
social.
topic, beloved. It's not the topic or the space for that.
Okay, okay. But like I said, you know,
Bullets,
Charleston White,
bullets, 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 bullets. Hold on. Bullets, me and you good, right? I've always showed you respect, right?
yeah.
We got a personal relationship, all right, for sure. So this stage, is already set. I would hate for you to say some things just giving your point of view, and the anger and frustration that we're putting towards him begins to be reflected on you. It's already enough people on this app, man, that don't want you on this bitch, that kind of already don't fuck with you, don't really get your you know what I mean, get how you move. So I would suggest, from one black content creator to another black content creator, I would suggest just chilling and just observing and just listening. Now, if later on you decide to open up a room and you want to discuss, your point of view on it, then cool. But on this stage, right now, we really focus on them comments that he made in regards to
Oh no,
women.
no, yo, Rick, say no more, man. I bow out. I just wanted to get my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't, I don't got
yeah,
a dog in this fight. So I bow out gracefully. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That
yeah,
like I keep it real. I bow out gracefully. I don't got no problem with nobody on the panel or whether
yeah.
it's opinions. We all got opinions, so I bow out gracefully.
Yeah, yeah. No, we know the stuff that he did, and the stuff that he, what I mean, advocates for as far as gangs. We don't disagree about that, but we're focused on the stuff that we do disagree about. You get what I mean? If I was to beat the shit out of my mom, or beat the shit out of my woman, or kick my kids down the stairs, or let my kids grab my motherfucking firearm and shoot themselves on accident, being irresponsible, it don't matter how many rooms I posted, how many celebrities that I'm good with, I would want people to rally up and get my ass up out of there, bro. You know
So
what
he
I
got a
mean?
room
Being
going on
fair.
right now, Reek. He got a room
He's
going on right now.
InfoMind's been having a room running with this dude, man, for 48 hours. It's the
Oh,
Charleston Live 48-hour, you know what I mean, special.
oh, oh! I didn't know
And
they had a room
Charleston
going on
style.
right now.
Charleston style.
yeah, yeah. So, you know, Clubhouse is allowing him to talk like this, and they have not clipped his account. But I've seen many people get their accounts clipped and have not said that they agree with rape and all that type of shit. And they get to, he gets to ride, and everyone else that be on this app every day, actually creating content, having debates and topics, get flagged. I got an exclamation point on my account, Gotti. You know I ain't did shit wrong on this app, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
people have rallied up to block me. So I would just chill, bro. Just enjoy the conversation.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
No,
Ree,
no,
can I
no
say
doubt,
something,
no
please?
doubt.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever said that, who was that?
This is
Bobby.
Bobby.
Go ahead, Brody.
Okay, I just want to address one thing that these Charleston white supporters keep bringing up to validate what this man says. They keep saying, "Oh, what about rap music promoting murder and prostitution of women and whatnot?" That is a false equivalence to rape. I just want to break it down. If we're talking about rap music and we're talking about artists beefing with other artists and talking about spinning the block and killing another gang member, or whatever, that's two people that are willingly and consensually participating in battle. And if somebody dies, that they're accepting of that and they know that. With rape, it's not two people consensually doing something. It is one person picking on somebody that is weaker and unwillingly um,
Sure, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, when what is it with Charles? The main thing that he's pushing, it's basically like perpetuating divide. You'd be surprised the comments that I saw on Wax page when he posted that video clip of Charleston. I saw a whole bunch of people saying, "Oh yeah, it's white women being raped. That ain't gotta do nothing with me. That ain't my people." Like, bro, that that's not cool at all. If let me ask you this from a logical perspective. If somebody's a rapist, they are evil. If somebody goes up to you and says, "Hey man, don't worry, I just rape white women," are you gonna trust them to do the ethical thing and stand on their word? They're already evil. They're already doing an evil act. I would not trust somebody. I would not trust a rapist. I would not trust them to follow their word. So that just makes no sense to me. And then also, my grandmother is white. So, and she wasn't a slave master. She wasn't even born during slavery. So, all that shit, like you saying that, oh, it's cool to fuck with white people and shit like that. Man, there's some motherfuckers that weren't even born during that time that don't even got no hate for you or nothing like that. I judge people on how they treat me. I don't give a fuck about their skin color.
And
Yeah,
Bobby,
I don't believe he did it to only white
With
women.
all due respect, box is box, and that's no disrespect to the women. Like, you know what I mean? For real talk. You know what I mean? Thank you.
He did
Is
it
there
to
any
boys, he did it to girls, he did it to white women, he did it to other ethnicities too. I think we all probably understand that.
is there any other ladies that want to speak or share anything regarding the?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Go
Um,
ahead, Sharon.
you know, I'm backing up. I'm here to support all the women. I'm here to support my sister and my cousin Phoenix. Um, I was born in 1959. So how old am I? I'll be
50.
63. I'll be
61.
63. This shit has been going on since the beginning of time. When I came up, there were creeps in the neighborhood, your family, the man down the block that your mother and father trusted, rubbing up against you, 5-year-old kids, not to mention girls and boys. When I went on to college, it was happening on college campuses. I had a friend who thought she was in a relationship with the brother, and he was in a fraternity, and turned around and tried to run a train on her with his frat brothers. And she got out because she took the brick. The bricks, if any of y'all have those bricks that they make the Greek signs out of, took the brick and started swirling it, and they ran out the room. And then when I was in college, there was somebody that I trusted, and was alone with this person and tried to attack me. I got out because I kicked his ass in the balls. I got out because I fought. So for those women who feel like, oh, if why didn't they tell somebody? Yeah, I told somebody and they kicked his ass. There are some women who don't want to say nothing for shame or fear. I'm glad that there's this forum right now, because for so many years it's been swept under the rug. You got your Harvey Weinsteins, your Bill Cosby. What's the brother that killed himself because he didn't want to go to jail?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Exactly. So this guy, Charleston White, I don't know him from a can of paint. I never heard of him before. But when I've been listening to this forum for the last 2 days, and it's bringing up memories of things that I've heard in my past. So, brothers, I applaud you for standing up for the women and sisters. I applaud that. You got to chop him off at the feet, so he don't get to do nothing else. And that's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Salute to
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you for sharing your testimony.
And like, let's
Davita.
keep it a stack. Charleston is just a walking contradiction Like everything he says and does is so inconsistent and incongruent. I was hearing that room that Caddy was in the other day, and he's talking about how black men don't have conflict resolution and they get too emotional. This motherfucker is the first one to get emotional during his debates. Anytime you call him out and you making sense, he gonna get emotional. He gonna start over talking you and hollering and calling you out your name. So right there, it's like that's a contradiction in itself. And then two, if he's saying all this and he's like, oh, I don't mean it, I'm just being in character. Anytime like you call him out, he's gonna use that excuse. Oh, I'm in character. And then when he stands with something, oh nah, that's the real me. A motherfucker that keeps switching up like that, you can never trust him because he's always in and out of character. He don't stand for nothing.
Yeah, facts. Davita, I seen you flashing your mic. Did you want to share anything?
Yes, hi everybody. I was in the room after my cousin Phoenix was in that other room with Charleston White, and I just had to say that I want to give the women and men that's up here that's against this y'all flowers, because we were attacked and called bitches yesterday because we were saying that this is wrong. We don't care who. Rape is a violent it's violence against a person. And then I was saying I'm a grandmother, I'm a great grandmother, and this content that he's putting out on YouTube, while he's saying he don't let his kids watch. I got a 17-year-old grandson that's graduating high school this year who loves to rap, and he's very good at it down here in Atlanta, right? He got that Atlanta uh uh what do you call it? What did the young folks call it? That yeah, he got that Atlanta, flavor and everything. But I'm scared for him to even get into any of the industry because all the evilness that's going on. And then, how can that Charleston White say in one breath that he's helping the children, but you putting out dangerous content talking about raping white women? I don't care who it is, you don't rape nobody. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if it's a woman, boy, a child. Um, you know, you're telling young folks to go out there and rape people. That's basically glorifying gang culture, rape culture, and you're setting these young folks up that are very impressionable to get locked up. So, yeah, this is upsetting to me too because I am a survivor of rape. Um, at 11 years old, I was raped by a second cousin, my mother's cousin, that lived next door to me. So yeah, this is like really um a touchy subject. And then a guy that come up here, and a lot of guys was attacking us, telling us, calling us bitches, and I'm in the room while we saying because we don't accept what this man has said about rape. Like, I am so upset about this because of all the people that support him and saying all the good he does. But if you're putting out content and saying stuff like that, that just throws everything good that you did out the window for me. And I'm going to land with that.
Can I speak?
Go ahead, Jamal.
Yeah. So I clicked in when they just made the page. The first thing that man said was, "I just got off a live on YouTube, and I had the most people on there that I ever had." So that's all from going off of this Clubhouse. So my thing is, what's really happened? Are we making him bigger? Or are we canceling him? Because if his platform is growing, just like Kevin Samuels, when they seen all the negative shit, when all the negative, oh, he don't like black women, he da 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 da, it actually made him bigger. So I'm asking, what's y'all response to that?
This is Annie. I think that we need to continue to talk about it because he needs to be exposed.
But you're making him bigger, just like everybody, all the black women are against Kevin Samuels, but it ultimately made him bigger, which made him more money, which made him all of that.
Bro, we don't even know who Kevin Samuels is, bro. And then we're not making him bigger because we didn't go click on his live. You did, my guy.
No, I didn't click on it live. I, I'm talking about I just went to the other room and that's the first thing he said. So he ultimately got bigger by coming to Clubhouse, and all these pages against him are making him bigger.
No, it's the page
No,
for
the
him that he's on right now. The people
Right,
that are
right.
supporting him, the page he's on right now with the people supporting him, that's making the page bigger. This room is about exposing a rapist, and men and women, but especially men because it's more rare. And here the men are speaking up strongly, denouncing rape, and that needs to happen more often. That is silence, helps the predator. Silence helps the predator.
That's how it's been for decades, for centuries. Silence helping the predator. In terms of that, I'm actually waiting. I'm a legist. I'm a beast with the law, and what I'm going to do. And I when I say that, my uncle's a lawyer, but I'm not talking about him. I know different things, and I don't have an oath or obligation to the barristry. Right? I'm always a next friend, and you can look that up. Um, what I'm gonna say is I'm waiting for one of my co-writers to come. I got a lot of things going on. I have an uncle that has cancer and an elderly aunt that just had a hip replacement. So my movement is limited. And my attention span isn't always going to be focused on that, especially to write, and it has to be done in a certain fashion. So I'm waiting for one of my co-writers to come so that we can draft the petition. And once we get a petition of 15,000, right? Then the White House either has to respond. If it's 25,000, then Congress has to respond. And this could level all the Charleston whites that think they're going to come behind him, and also remove some of the ones that preceded him, right? So now we could get legislative with this and make it to where shit like this is not going to be able to fly on social media where anybody could just grab a hold of that shit. There's a different type of action that people need to take, and it's not white people's responsibility to run our nation, to run our communities. And I think that people forget how much power that they have, right? We, the people. I am we, the people. All of us together are we, the people. You by yourself are we, the people, right? You use the system to work the system. It's really yours. They've just been the ones that's been going to work. We haven't inserted ourselves in those positions. We have not taken the county jobs. You don't know how much land you have. You don't know what it is that you have if you don't know yourself. And this is how I was able to support my son when they kicked in my door on my 37th birthday. Worst birthday, one of the worst birthdays, because my 39th birthday, I had to take him to the federal facility in Pennsylvania by 2 p.m. And I lost a lot of money with a bullshit lawyer that was supposed to be a beast. And in the statement that the judge made at my son's sentencing, after he agreed to do 4 years for absolutely nothing, because they were trying to make him make up shit about the other people that were on the RICO, or snitch on people that were on the other defendants on the RICO. So he just took the 4 years, and that was his graceful bow out and him manning up. I was utterly disgusted, and I really wanted to fight the same way I did when the state tried to entrap him and my cousin, right? My little nephew. But my son said to me, "I'm 18 years old. I guess I'm getting ready to be a man, more man than I probably wanted to be." And if he said, "Ma, I trust you with everything." He said, "If it was the state of New York versus me, that's one thing." He said, "But the United States versus me got me feeling some way. I'm going to take the 4 years, and we're going to be all right." Okay. And I had to trust my child with that after I fought tooth and nail. I lost friends and everything. I got a private investigator to make sure my shorty wasn't lying to me. And even with that, he still had to do 4 years. And the judge said, "We know you didn't do any of these things, but you had time to get new friends." My son took a picture with the people that he grew up with and my nephew with his school check, financial aid check that he got from college. And that shit got him 4 years. So I've been wilding ever since. And for the people that are in my sector, they know I gets it in, right? In a way that people are not used to. I read for myself. The same thing that my uncle been doing for 30 years, he still don't know what I know because he's been programmed to do things a certain way. One thing I learned about doing genealogy is that there's not a decade in any written history in America that I don't know what my folks were doing. It took me 20 years to get to that, and it was probably 8 years ago that I actually realized what it was that I was looking at and what I was holding on to, right? And with that, I read the Civil Rights Act, Public Law 90284. And in the Civil Rights Act, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, all of those people, you know what it says? Rights of Indians. Okay? So when black people that don't know who they are, they're essentially saying that they are from somewhere, not necessarily here. And it's no legal standing in law, right? So when you have this situation and you start to learn these things, you can stop oppression. There's ways to go about it that people don't take the time to explain because they're too busy lamentating about their grievances in a manner where you're barking up the wrong tree and crying on deaf ears. Accurate information, they never see it coming, and you will see them get all beat red in the neck. And it's a look that I wanted my son to see, right? The person that he thought defeated him, the next time I was ready for them, right? So there's a lot of things that people can do, and it's free. The internet, the smartphones, look up your state constitution. What are your rights? What are your rights? In the law, in the land, and where you live, where you are, your state is your country. If you were born in New York, that's your country. What does the New York State Constitution say? Because that protects you from oppression from the government, right? If you're from California, look at what your Bill of Rights in California say, because they can't do whatever it is that they're doing to you. It's certain things that we didn't learn, right? And this is us not being silent anymore and bucking up against the things that they presented, right? We listen and we grew up in a culture, especially here in New York, where a lot of our men were told by other men how white people were created in a lab. I really have a problem with that, because if you really feel that way, how did your lab experiment get out of control? Right? So we had a bunch of blind people leading the blind, and this is where we are. And there was no correction, right? If you correct somebody, hey, sweetheart, why don't you put a slip on under that? You can see through your dress, right? These young girls don't even know what slips are anymore. But even if you're giving them a plus one, they think that you're trying to take away. We got to change those types of dynamics and that way of thinking. Right? From a defeatist attitude to a winning attitude. Black people are just not used to seeing wins. That doesn't mean that they're not there. And they probably need to start from scratch and definitely not listen to the niggas like Charleston, right? Because really, who's inviting him anywhere? Who of importance is really inviting him anywhere? I'm not talking about celebrities. He's not sitting down with any U.S. officials to really correct what's going on in his city, right? It doesn't matter if he's smooth talking these motherfuckers. Once you bring these things to light, he can't untuck what he said. He can't put that away. He's all over the place saying this, right? So if he's got a fantastic editor that's going to go through every piece of videos that he's put out or been put out on him, and start to take out those nasty words that he inserts in there, he can't do that. Right? But there's no need to take the pressure off his neck, because this is going to set the precedent for other people that think they can come in a place where they're supposed to be part of the solution, and they really all of the problem.
Hey, let me interject real quick. There goes his account right up top. Say Charleston White. Go ahead and click that link right up top. Charleston White. I repeat. Hit the 3 dots next to the X, right? It's going to say block. Hit the block. This man, I was just told that he just announced that he's going to open up his own Clubhouse room, to have a room open where he can just come, and a whole bunch of people who think it's funny and think it's entertaining. Remember, when he talked about rape, there was people that was laughing, who thought it was funny to even hear him say that. At first I had to think, like, are they laughing because his voice and the way he's saying it? Is he saying it in a funny way? But I said, you know what? There ain't really no funny way to talk about no damn rape. So then I had to really fathom, like, man, because I listened to the recording. I wasn't in the room. They blocked me. The host of the room, Infomines, he got me blocked, I assume. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he got me blocked, because I definitely want to go in there and try to get him up out of there. So pretty much it's like we gotta block him. We gotta do this shit. A lot of blocks on here, it means something. You can actually get your shit clipped. So, you know, block them, share the video, like the same way that we would share some shit that we really care about. Like we'll share it on our story, on our page, we'll tag it up, we'll do it every day, right? We'll tell others to do it, we'll share it in large groups. We got to do the same shit with this bozo. He's online and if he's gonna get a platform to do it, he's gonna monetize it and he's gonna make a lot of money. Someone said, well, man, you giving him a lot of views right now just talking about him. I don't give a fuck about the views, about
Of them. I just reported him like I don't know how many times from last night
Yeah, I
all the
did
way up
too.
until today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. Hi, CEO. Hi, everyone. Yes, we have to block them and report them. I know you have the recordings. You can send those recordings to Clubhouse and play it. So we have to do that, move forward and organize to get him off the app.
And then let me chime in for a second. This queen. So I was in here yesterday too, and my solution that I feel like through all of us is in different states. All of us know different people and we all have our own platforms, just like he was saying. So what I was saying is go to the schools, because last time I checked, he keeps saying he doing this with the schools in different places. Go up to these schools, talk to these directors of these schools, the board of education in all of these different states, go to the radio stations, talk to the people. It's like it's more than just us posting it on our pages and stuff like that. If we are all serious about this shit, like we say we are, we gonna have to do the footwork. Just like
Yes.
what she was just saying earlier about her son, she had to do the footwork. So all of us is going to have to do that footwork. I've already done footwork since yesterday. And it's getting out and I'm getting phone calls back already. So just imagine what we can all do if we do it a certain way together.
That's
Hey,
right.
I just wanted to add on top of that, piggyback if I may, just to kind of put a little bit more perspective to the conversation. It don't stop and end with one individual. We all have to do better. The demographic in this room right now is probably 20 to 40, tops. As individuals, we've already lived our life for the most part. We have a generation that's going to be leading the next generation. We got to ask ourselves, are we the best representation of ourselves? We also got to ask ourselves, are we being the best that we can be? Are we promoting ourselves in the best light as possible? Right now we live in a social media age where the over sexualization of males and females have just, conquered the airwaves of YouTube, social media, Instagram, what have you. We got to do a little bit better as humans, as blacks, as whites, as just human beings in general. We're not really putting ourselves in the in the best light, and I think we all can do better. Yeah, we talking about Charleston White, but we also got to start having some self reflection and realizing that we are modeled. Anytime a black woman is portrayed in the media, you represent every single black woman, whether you know it or not. Just like black males, anytime we get put in front of a camera, we represent every nigga. You know what I mean? Every successful man, we represent everybody. We are who we aspire to be. We got to be better. We got to continue to be better, and we have to remember that we have kids that's looking at us as role models.
Agreed.
Most definitely. I was just talking about that earlier, actually.
Yeah, well said.
Mm. The video, I believe, yesterday was forwarded to the Fort Worth, Texas mayor's office, and several other places, but I do know it hit the mayor's office. I do know that much.
someone
Yeah, I
send me his
remember that.
other names in my back channel, the other profile names he got, because I just got the one that I pinged up top. So if there's other ones, by all means, send me the names in my back channel. Yeah.
They all came up Charleston White when I searched on the Clubhouse search bar, and it was three accounts that came up. So the one with the thousands of people that